You ever been scrolling and get that weird sense of déjà vu? You know, that feeling that you've seen this exact style of video or this type of post or this aesthetic somewhere before, maybe just a few scrolls ago. It's a really common feeling these days, and it kind of points to a much deeper question about where our culture is actually heading. Some people are starting to call it a closed-loop culture, and it's worth digging into what that really means.
So first things first, let's be clear. Imitation itself is not new. Not at all. It's basically the engine of culture, right? It's how ideas have always spread. We learn by copying. But what's happening now feels different. The spread of ideas used to be pretty gradual. Today, our digital world with AI and algorithms has created this massive multiplier effect. The sheer volume and speed of imitation is just on a whole different level.
So what is it that makes today's environment so different? Well, it seems to boil down to three key things. First, you've got the incredible speed of generation. An idea can be copied and remixed thousands of times in a single day. Then you've got the algorithms that run our feeds. They're designed to show us more of what's already popular, which creates this powerful echo chamber for stuff that looks the same. And finally, the sources we're all drawing inspiration from, they're starting to converge. More and more creators are pulling from the same small, viral pool of content, which itself was probably just created moments before. And when you put all those factors together, you get to this fascinating concept, the closed loop. Okay, so imagine culture not as a straight line moving forward, but more like a continuous flow. In a closed loop, that flow starts to bend back on itself. The output of all that imitation, the viral videos, the trending aesthetics, it becomes the main input for the next wave of creation. The system starts feeding on its own tail, just circulating and reinforcing the same patterns over and over again.
Now, this might sound like creativity just stops, but that's not quite it. It's more like the system hits a kind of creative ceiling. Think of it like a room. Inside this generative space, you can rearrange the existing furniture in endless combinations, but it becomes much harder to bring a totally new piece of furniture in from outside. The system gets amazing at exploring variations of what it already knows, but it really struggles to find something truly new, to make that phase jump to a different style entirely.
So if a closed loop makes novelty harder to come by, what has historically been able to break that cycle? Well, the answer seems to be something we could call external interference. Cultural renewal has so often been sparked by messy, unpredictable stuff from the outside world. Things like the friction that happens when different lifestyles collide, or the fresh ideas you get from being in a new physical place, or just the unique perspectives that come from people living totally different lives. It's all the unoptimized real-world experiences that have traditionally pushed culture into new territory.
And that brings us to a really critical question for the AI era. If our creative systems are getting so fast and so efficient at just imitating themselves, where's that essential external interference going to come from? How does the unpredictable, messy texture of the real world break into a system that's so perfectly designed to just reinforce its own patterns?
And this really leaves us with a profound question to just sit with. As this loop spins faster and faster, are we still creating culture, a living, breathing, evolving thing? Or are we just getting better and faster at repeating it? It's an open question, and definitely one worth thinking about.